Good day, good people. My name is Kabo Sekwele and I'm an online math tutor here to help young children turn their struggles into their successes. In today's video, I will be sharing the math areas and concepts that your 7th grader needs to focus on. If your child focuses on and does well in these areas, they are sure to have a very successful 7th grade. So let's get into it. The first area that we will be discussing is equations. Now, your child is going to focus a lot on equations this year. By now, they should have already been introduced to simple equations. They should know what they are and how they work. However, starting from now, your child is going to upgrade into a higher level of equations. So let's talk about why your child needs to focus on this area in the 7th grade. The first reason is because equations is literally going to be your child's bread and butter for the next upcoming years. Equations is a staple as you continue to progress in math, especially seeing as they're heading into high school. They need to know how equations work as soon as possible. The second reason why your child needs to focus on equations right now is because obviously as they progress, equations are going to get more and more complex. For example, later on, the equations that they'll be exposed to are going to have a lot more x's and y's in them. They'll have to deal with exponents in their equations, they'll have to deal with fractions in their equations, and a whole list of things that are just going to make equations more complex. To understand those more complex equations, your child needs to understand the less complex equations. And even though I did say they're not going to be moving into a higher level of equations, the equations that they are now exposed to are nothing compared to the level of equations they're going to be dealing with in high school. So the time to focus on these less complex equations is now. We will now be moving on to a concept that your 7th grader needs to focus on, and that is the concept behind division. Division is quite a lovely challenge for many young people, but even more so, it is very important. Now, I have a video that is similar to this one, but it focuses more on the areas and concepts of 5th graders. And in that video, I mentioned just how important division is. Division can make or break your child's journey in mathematics. But I want to show you the reasons why it is crucial that your 7th grader focuses on it. Now, in math, there are certain areas that will be more focused on than others. A few of these areas are decimals, fractions, percentages, as well as ratios and rates. These areas make up a very large portion of 7th grade math. And guess what? The concept that governs all of these areas is division. Your child will not do well in the 7th grade if they do not understand division. But if they do understand division, they're going to get very good grades because it takes up such a large part of math. Also, when your child reaches grade 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, those 4 areas that I mentioned will not be focused on as much because they'll be seen as the basics of mathematics. Decimals, fractions, percentages, and ratios, they really are the basics of math. It's things that they should be good at by the time they reach high school. And it is in high school when your child actually uses these areas to the full. In grade 5, 6, and 7, your child is just learning about them, but it is in high school when they really get to use it to the fullest extent possible. But many young kids do not do well in those 4 areas because they don't understand division. Just one concept is the reason why they don't understand such a large part of math. And the reason they don't understand division is because they didn't focus on division when they had the time to fully explore it. In high school, they won't have the time to explore it. The time to explore and fully understand division is now, grade 5, 6, and 7, not when they're in high school. So your child needs to use their time wisely by focusing on this key concept. That way they will do well now and well in the future. Now we will be talking about not so much an area or a concept, it's more a type of problem that your child is going to have to solve. And these are word problems. Now, the reason I included word problems in this list of areas and concepts is because word problems are going to be found in almost each and every area in math. And if focused on, word problems actually improve your child's understanding of math in all these different areas in math. Even if I don't necessarily mention a specific area in this video, if your child focuses on word problems, your child's understanding of that area will improve. A few birds, one stone. So this leads us to the question, why should your child focus on word problems? Like I said before, if your child focuses on word problems, their understanding of math will improve. Because here's the thing, for your child to do well in math, they need 2 things. They need to understand the theoretical side of math, that being concepts and principles, but they also need to understand the practical side of math, that being the calculations, everything that you do on paper. Now, practicing calculations improves your child's ability to do math practically, the practical side of math. But practicing word problems is one way your child improves their understanding of the theoretical side. In many schools, much emphasis is placed on the practical side, but not always the theory behind math, the theoretical side of math, which is a problem because the theoretical side of math is the foundation for the practical side. So if your child just focuses on the practical side of math, they aren't building that foundation. That's as good of an idea as someone building a house that has no foundation. So by focusing on word problems, your child will be refocusing on what truly matters, which is their understanding of math. Once they do that, their practical abilities will be of a better quality. Parents of 7th graders and future 7th graders, thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to know more about what your child needs to do to develop their skills in math, I have a whole video just on that. So I'll leave the link right here up in the end cards as well as down in the description below. If you are in search of an online math tutor, my name is Gabo Sekwele. I love helping young people improve their skills in math. So be sure to go down to my website and schedule a free consultation with me. Thank you once more, and I will see you in the next video or in our free consultation. Bye.